Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and we have here 2009 BMW 328i, and this is a convertible actually, so it's the E93 version of the E90s. And this car, I did a few things on this car. I have one video that I did the steering angle sensor on this car, but also we had another situation with a strange code, and then code number was 0093AE, and the description was left active head restraint, and it was kind of weird because this car actually doesn't really have this active system in the on the front seats, and it has the lumbar crash safety system, but that's behind the rear headrests. So there were two things going on. We had the airbag light on and the seat belt light on, and I managed to discover that the driver's seat belt wasn't registering right there at the buckle. So while trying to repair that, I wanted to test some of the things on this driver's seat, and basically I called a few friends of mine that work for BMWs, and they even couldn't give me a straight answer or a guidance. The only thing they told me is to try to test the airbag and the buckle in this seat and check for resistance. And what you guys are going to have to do is you're going to have to disassemble this seat to get to the plug underneath where the airbag plugs are. And actually, after checking the resistance, it turned out that this the buckle that has this safety exploding thing that kind of locks this seat belt down, this is where the actual problem is. And this is connected on the bottom in a big plug, and this is one of the plugs that comes out of all the plugs. If you're gonna do this by yourself, you're gonna need to be really careful when you do this, because this could explode. It could be triggered and explode and retract this, and scare the hell out of you. So if you want to check, you can check this yellow and black wires and see where they are right here in the plug. So they're right here. It's those copper lines, and anyway, after I checked it, the resistance wasn't good, and I had a buckle from another 3 Series that I kind of tested, and it turned out to be this actual part. It's the actual buckle. So both of the things are actually broken. It's the seatbelt not registering, and also this safety system that's part of the airbag system. And now I'm gonna show you how to take the seat out. The way you're gonna have to do it is you're gonna have to take these Torx bolts, this one here and the other one here. I already have it ready set up, and what these are, it's a pretty big Torx, and it's actually a T50 Torx right here. And I'm gonna need to take these out. Once you remove the front ones, you need to move the seat forward, all the way forward, so you can reach the rear ones. And in the rear, you're gonna have 3 of these bolts. Okay, and here they are. Okay, this is the two of them, and you have one back here. That's the one back there. Okay, yeah, you can try to set this back a little bit. And what we need to do is we're gonna need to pull the front end back of the seat. And this is where the plugs are going to be here. Okay, let me pull this down. So this is your yellow plug. That's one that you don't need. I think this is where it clipped. You're gonna need to get this to this big one here. And the way it comes out, it has like a plastic clip here. Okay. I think this is the maximum. Okay. So the way this is going to come is it has this locking clip here, and you need to pull it out. And once you pull it out, it'll come out. But you're gonna need to take this out because this is how you're gonna have to. These are the plugs actually right here. They stack on top of each other, so you need to reach the second one. Is for the seatbelt, and the way this comes out is it has this little kind of grayish clip here. There are two tiny clips holding it, and this is actually not the clip, but this is the first of the plugs here, and you need to get the second one out because that is the one that we need. That's the one that is actually part of the buckle. And once you disconnect this, to get it out of the way, and you need to get to the side of the seat where the buckle is. So in this case, I'm trying to show you, the buckle has one bolt that's holding it, and it's this one here. And that's a 50. That's the T50 Torx. That's the same Torx that we used on the other ones. And you need to take the wiring harness. Or this is the one. Actually, this is the one that I tested. I used for testing purposes. So this is the one actually that came out. It's a little bit different, and the difference is this this hole right here. It's this locking space here where it goes. This goes into a metal pin, and also the bolt is different. This one came from the one that I was using for testing purposes. So I need to get the proper bolt so we can mount this back in. Okay, I got the bolt. I see it's a different bolt because it mounts in this metal spacer here before it locks. So this is the replacement buckle. That's the part number that I have on this one, but I would not recommend following this. You need to call your local BMW dealer and order this part properly from the dealer, because this is a very dangerous part and it needs to be the exact same part that goes on this car. And as you can see, it's brand new. Need to remove this clip, and gonna need to install it. And again, this is the bolt that goes here. Actually no, this is not the bolt. Oh, this is the bolt that came on the testing. Okay, that's the testing one. So the one I removed is the one that goes on this car. This is the T50. Goes right here. And this is your guide right here, the metal guide that I was telling you about. It's this pin right here, the one that's sticking out, and it goes into this space right here, into this first pin right here. So that's your guide. There we go. Okay. Okay, once you fit it in, make sure it's tight. Make sure it's in this pin right here again. This is the pin. You see the metal pin went through. Let me show you. This is the pin that I was talking about. You see it's through the hole right here. And this thing is ready. So now I have to get the wiring underneath. And it goes right, the first wire goes here. So we need to remove this old clip that came from the old wiring harness, and that's where the new wiring harness is going to go into this space here, into this new clip. And you gotta clip this first part here. I believe this should be out of the way, like around here. I guess that's the way BMW set it up. And you need to get the wiring here through the space and just get it down to where it comes out. Oh, I can actually pull it Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pull it on that little clip and get it all the way through here. And again, install it in the order that we took it out. And okay, remember this is first. This is first, then second is the remember it has this L shape, so it'll only go one way. You have to fit it perfectly here in order to go down. It actually has an arrow. I just saw the arrow right here. You see, there's an arrow right here that points down, so you shouldn't be able to make a mistake. Here we go. Push it down, and same way. The guidance here is, again, there's an arrow right here down, and you have these little notches or teeth that lock. They'll lock on these here, so these should be on the top. And again, arrow is the guidance to go down in the same space, and it should be ready because it only clips slightly. And once you install this, you need to install this back, the connector right here. Remember, you need to pull it, and then when it's right in, you push it back into clip. And we have to install this back in here. And remember, this was actually here, and this is the way this goes on this seat. And we're going to install the seat back into those spots. Okay guys, I would advise you to install the bolts first and not really tie them before all the bolts are actually installed. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna stop here. And once again, when you install the bolts, then you can start actually tying them up. And I installed the back, and I got the rear ones tied first all the way because I already had the front ones installed. So that's the whole thing, rear front bolts. And the last thing on this job will be, you're going to need to, when you're doing this job, actually you need to disconnect the battery. I forgot to tell you, but I'm gonna mention it in the beginning of the video. And right now, after you install everything, then you plug the battery back again, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to get a scanner, and you're gonna need to clear all the codes that you have. And as you can see, we have the airbag codes with the seat belt, and the seat belt in this case should be working when you install the buckle. Well, it's not, because all the codes have to be cleared. So I'm gonna need to get a scanner, and a proper scanner that connects to this BMW, and to erase all of these codes. So I just scanned the car. Of course, only one code is on, and that's the, actually this is the same code as what I had before, 0093AE, advanced crash safety module, left active head restraint. And this is a misguiding code, because this is a code trying to guide you to a completely different module that doesn't exist on this car, and it's actually the seatbelt buckle. So I'm going to erase the codes, and I'm gonna read them again. Okay, so we can see no codes. Check your connections underneath to make sure everything is plugged in, because in my case, the little plug that was on the side of the big plug was kind of coming off, so I had to put some zip locks, or zip ties in this case, sorry. So again, just to make sure, we read them again, no codes. Then we go back, and as you can see, everything is clean. And most importantly, we don't have the light, airbag light. And I will start the car. And inspection is fine, seat belt sign is on, so all we gotta do is click the seat belt, and here we go, seat belt is off. Everything is fine actually, besides this low tire warning, low pressure tire warning. So this has nothing to do with this situation here. I will fill the tire in a little bit before we give it to the customer. So that's the actual fix. You saw the code actually came back when I unplugged those connectors on the bottom to reinstall or install the new seatbelt buckle. So I actually tried to find this again online, couldn't find a anything specific, any kind of specific guidance, or I had some conversations with people that work with BMWs, and they hadn't seen this code for some reason. So misguiding code for something that doesn't exist on this car, but it actually ended up to be the seat buckle. So again, check the codes and check with your car, and just do the appropriate investigation and thorough troubleshooting to see what actually is going on. Maybe in your case it may not be the seatbelt buckle, it could be the airbag in the seat, so you can also check that one too. So this is from me on this crazy strange situation with this BMW, but it's fixed and it's ready to go back to the customer. Again, thanks very much. Please post in your comments if you have any questions, and please like my videos and please subscribe. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Bye.